We will convene the meeting for December 16th. Welcome, everyone. And our first order of business will be to approve the minutes of our past meeting. Seek a motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any additions, deletions, or changes requested or cited? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. Okay, we'll go on to reports of our departments or our cabinet at the prison, beginning with the warden.
I have nothing to add to my report, Commissioner, and at any given time in the meeting, I'll give an update as to the current state of affairs as far as COVID, but to my report that I submitted for last month's figures, I have nothing to add. Let's see if anybody has any questions.
Well, would you like to, you might as well take it while you're on board there.
Yeah, no problem. Currently, obviously, as I communicated to the prison board last week, we were dodging the bullet for quite some time, and we had 2 waves of COVID exposures. Unfortunately, we hit the mother load, and we have 79 cases, inmate cases of COVID. We've done a lot of contact tracing, and we found that we had some individuals in our work crews that were exposed and failed to report it to staff, and the lag time between their exposure and the reporting to staff caused a significant outbreak. This is what we suspect. We're not for sure because it's not a magic bullet, so to speak. Out of the 79 inmates, all are continuing to be quarantined. We have nobody that is significantly ill. The symptoms range from asymptomatic to minor, minor bouts with loss of taste, loss of smell, gastro issues, issues as far as diarrhea, things of that nature, but nothing of emergent nature. Those that are outliving the quarantine are recovering. We had 11 correctional staff that were exposed. 6 of them have already returned to work, and none of those 11 that were exposed and confirmed as COVID positive are experiencing life-threatening issues as well. The majority of the facility we have in COVID precautions because we've experienced cross-contamination. The areas, like I said, the area that was exposed was our work release lower area, which we don't have the work release program up and running because of COVID, but those individuals do, work on institutional work crews. So they, the probability is greater for cross-contamination with other staff and inmates. So we're trying to mitigate that. We're hoping that we'll be in a better shape in about 2 weeks because we basically quarantined about 6 housing areas, and hopefully those numbers will decrease as time goes on.
What percent were tested?
Out of those 79, we've issued 226 tests to date.
Wow.
So it's right now you're talking about a 30 to 40% infection rate, and as far as the testing procedure goes, total. Concerning the population, our population is hanging right around 290 as of today. So our numbers remain low. So we still have the advantage of moving people around, separating them, making sure they stay healthy. Prime care continues to mitigate by doing surveillance checks. I think what has happened, because we experienced such a good record for so long, that we believe the inmate population was getting a little, lackadaisical as far as being reporting any type of symptoms, whatever, for fear of their specific area being locked down, so their area wouldn't be exposed to any type of movement, as well as just as well as getting apathetic because of it. Being putting the precautions in place, they don't. They feel that it's not as serious as it should be taken, and at the end of the day, possibly attributed to those inmates not reporting the symptoms that we had about 11 inmates that were experiencing some type of symptoms, in the work release lower, and not one of them. We heard the information secondhand, which prompted our medical staff to respond and do a surveillance, and that's where a large majority of them. A large majority of the inmates that tested positive are in dormitory style areas. The housing areas that have hard cells, there's a little bit more of a separation where if in fact they are exposed and are infected, we have a little bit better opportunity. But the ones in the dormitory style areas, it's difficult for us to get it through their head that they need to practice hygiene and distancing when they have a dormitory style. Some comply, some don't with the population. Obviously, in a prison population, they're not really listening to what they should and shouldn't do all the time. So we continually fight that battle.
Thank you. Commissioner Litz.
Yes, I was wondering, Warden, have you heard any indication when the staff, the corrections officers, may be eligible for immunization with the vaccine?
It would come under first responders, Commissioner, but I'm assuming any type of vaccine that's going to be made available, as I understand, will be obviously for the healthcare workers' homes. And I think, we'll be somewhere in that mix, but I think we'll be on the lower rung of the law enforcement end.
And I'm assuming that is voluntary vaccination. It's heard that they would do it, but not, it's recommended, but not required.
Correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Yes. That's what I'm hearing. That's the latest information I'm receiving. Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else for the warden or any of the cabinet? Mike Dots on. Anybody else? Questions? If not, anything from the floor? Okay. If not, we look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
Okay. Thank you. We stand adjourned. Good luck, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you.